astrology learners. Thank you for joining Lisa Astro channel. Today, I am going to be discussing the birth chart analysis of Walt Disney. Walt Disney was an American animator, film producer, and entrepreneur, a pioneer of the American animation industry. He introduced several developments in the production of cartoons. As a film producer, he holds the record for most Academy Awards received. Walt Disney developed an early interest in drawing. He took art classes as a boy and got a job as a commercial illustrator at the age of 18. He moved to California in the early 1920s and set up Disney Brothers Studio, now the Walt Disney Company, with his brother Roy. He developed the character Mickey Mouse in 1928, his first highly popular success. He also provided the voice for his creation in the early years. As the studio grew, he became more adventurous, introducing synchronized sound, full-color 3-strip Technicolor, feature-length cartoons, and technical developments in cameras. The results seen in features such as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, Pinocchio, Fantasia, both 1940, Dumbo 1941, and Bambi in 1942, furthered the development of animated film. New animated and live-action films followed after World War II, including the critically successful Cinderella in 1950, Sleeping Beauty in 1959, and Mary Poppins in 1964. Which received Academy Awards. In the 1950s, Disney expanded into the amusement park industry, and in July of 1955, he opened Disneyland in Anaheim, California. To fund the project, he diversified into television programs, such as Walt Disney's Disneyland and the Mickey Mouse Club. Disney was a heavy smoker throughout his life, and died of lung cancer in December 1966. Widely considered to be one of the most influential figures of the 20th century, Disney remains an important presence in the history of animation and in the cultural history of the United States, where he is acknowledged as a national cultural icon. His film work continues to be shown and adopted. The Disney theme parks have grown in size, and his company has grown to become one of the largest mass media and entertainment conglomerates. Walt Disney was born on December 5th, 1901. Birthplace, Chicago, Illinois. Birth time, 12:35 a.m. I will now display Walt Disney's Vedic birth chart. You can see he is a Virgo ascendant with Moon in the first house. People with Virgo ascendant develop the best through spiritual analysis, discrimination, and self-criticism. Two prominent traits of Virgo ascendants are perfection and being industrious. They value the ability to contribute on a personal level, or as a partner, or as a member of society. They are the happiest when they are working. Being of service is rewarding, and they like to be appreciative for what they do for others. They are very intelligent. They excel in any career that requires systematic thinking, desire for perfection, and requires a critical eye. Moon in the first house gives good complexion, good looking, rich, speaks well, and is fond of art. Lord of the 11th house of great gains, sits in the ascendant, a very favorable placement for money and fortune. His ascendant nakshatra is Uttara Falguni. Their charisma draws many people towards them. In almost any situation, they can figure out the right course of action. They possess intelligence and wisdom. They are a hard worker and apply themselves to achieve their goals. His moon is in Hasta Nakshatra. They are intellectually creative and are able to come up with original ideas and new ways of doing things. Skilled in speech and writing, their eloquence allows them to share their ideas effectively with others. Creativity may be expressed through the hands. Patience and sensible, they are able to have incredible foresight and predict the outcome of various courses of action with accuracy. The things they dedicate their energy to succeed. Libra, Rahu, in the second house, works hard to get success and progress in his occupation, profession, and accumulates wealth. Sometimes they get sudden wealth through a windfall gain. Sun conjunct Mercury in the sign of Scorpio in the third house. It is not a tight conjunction, so Mercury is not combust. Mercury, the planet of communication, sits in the house of communication along with Sun. This is a powerful placement. This is a placement for a creator or artist. They have the ability to change a passion into a professional profession. Extraordinary communication expertise. Mercury and Sun in conjunction form the Buddhaditya Yoga, which grants a person honor, wealth, and glory, blesses him with tremendous creativity, power of observation, and logical reasoning. Sun rules the 12th house. He would be in the spotlight worldwide for his communication, talents, and profession. Mercury rules the first house, Lagna or ascendant, in the 10th house of profession. This shows that he has strong communication talents that would define his career. Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius in the 4th house. This placement makes individuals wealthy and they are tolerant as well. Success may come later due to the Saturn influence. Jupiter is sitting with 2 malefics, but is in its Multrikone sign of Sagittarius, which helps this expansive planet keep its benefit qualities in the chart. Makes the person intellectual and wise. Physical constitution is weak, may incur loss of property due to Saturn and Mars influence. They are rigid with their values and beliefs. Saturn conjunct Mars makes him ambitious and organized, gives him great perseverance, determination, and a hardworking nature. These qualities are essential to achieve desired results in fields of creativity and art, where precision and patience is required. Jupiter conjunct Saturn makes him a great filmmaker. His imagination is limitless. Capricorn Venus in the 5th house. Venus, planet of wealth, sits in the house of creativity in the practical and hardworking sign of Capricorn. This placement helps Walt Disney with his creative pursuits and also ensured that he gained fame and recognition because of them. Venus rules the 2nd house of finance and the 9th house of fortune, foreign countries, dreams, and visions. Aquarius, 6th house. This placement describes an inventor and innovator, being a little bit of mad genius in society. They can go on and on with their ideas, even when they're not properly understood by others. They are the most creative when collaborating with colleagues in their workplace. They are imaginative and ingenious, not to mention they love using all kinds of high-tech instruments. His forward thinking tied to his 5th house of creativity and tied to the 4th house of hard work and discipline gave him the visions he had to make a type of footprint Disney made with animation and entertainment. Pisces, 7th house. This placement gives a person a very rich imagination. They have a unique way of perceiving the world and enjoying sensations. They seem to attract others in a hypnotic manner. They seem to be from a different world and can end up being unrealistic or tend to escape reality. Ketu in Aries in the 8th house. This placement gives a strong focus on spirituality and self-discovery. Also, they can indicate a tendency towards secrecy and lack of emotional openness. Ketu being in the sign of Mars and aspecting Mars and Jupiter provided that out-of-box imagination he had. Pluto in Taurus in the 9th house. This placement gives a strong desire for success and prestige, and the individual is willing to work extremely hard to achieve it. These individuals require a job or activity that recognizes their accomplishments and makes them feel significant. Ninth house of fortune, ruled by Venus, is tied to the 5th house of creativity, where Venus sits. This shows that he will be fortunate from his intelligent creativity. Neptune in Gemini in the 10th house. This placement makes them lean towards careers involving communication. They can inspire people through their thoughts and ideas. They have an entrepreneur spirit. Cancer 11th house. They have a strong intuition. His great gains and desires would be fulfilled because the Lord of the 11th goes to the ascendant, which is himself. A very fortunate placement to have. Leo in the 12th house. This placement makes the individual incredibly strong. They are capable of gaining the attention of others as well as making others shine. They can deeply imagine their creativity with 12th house connected to the house of communication. They can think far beyond anyone else's imagination, which is what Walt Disney did with his animation and media entertainment. That concludes our session for today. I hope you have enjoyed my interpretation of Walt Disney's birth chart analysis. If you found value in today's video, please like it and help support me. Please share this channel with anyone you know who would gain information from this video I have provided and from my channel teaching basic concepts of Vedic astrology. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload the next video. This year marks the 100th anniversary of Disney. What a historic milestone. I also want to take this time to thank all of you for your support and helping me reach 100 subscribers. My goal is to continue to help all of you become the best versions of yourself. I appreciate all of you joining me today, and I look forward to seeing all of you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.